I didn't mean for that to happen. Yikes. Hey there, it's McCare. It has been a minute, and we will get to that. Today, though, I am doing a little reset on the chicken coop, clean out their coop. I'm going to rebuild their compost corner because they broke it all down like they're supposed to do. I've been waiting for the rain to stop before I reset it. It is time. I've already pushed their waters back so that they don't get it in there, and I'm just going to pull all this out onto their floor in their run, into their screen run. All that dust you're seeing is second Saturday lime. I put that in there every now and then to help with like mites and all those sorts of things. Presents for the omnivores in the house. Be right back. Okay. Had to put that someplace safe before I forgot about it out here. It looks like they have a roof leak. Okay, so I got the hen house, the coop, that part. I got that reset, and so I'm going to start building their compost corner, and I put it over there, and what I do is I build it up, and then they tear it down, and then I build it back up, and they tear it back down, and through that process, they make compost. Now, I also have my compost bin. It gets handled a little differently, and sometimes material from there will come in here, and they'll cross, and all those good things. The major differences in the way I handle the two are I don't turn this one, I let them do it. That one gets turned a few times a week when I'm on top of it. And then in this one, like I have these sweet potato vines that I just left them how they are. If it was going into my compost bin, I don't like to put things longer than a foot into my compost bin because breaking them down helps with the turning. They turn with their little feetsies, not a fork. So it's easier for them to get like the long things moved out of the way. We have our coop material, which is straw or hay. We kind of switch off. And poop. So the straw or hay is a carbon and the poop is a nitrogen. And then we have our sweet potato vines, which are brown. So those are a carbon. And then we have comfrey, which I went down and harvested a little bit ago. I took a whole plant. It is everything. It is nitrogen because it's a green material. Because comfrey goes down and mines deep minerals and all that kind of stuff, it's very, very nutritious. The chickens have already been picking at it. I will get to work on this and kind of update you on what's been going on. Because, oops. Watch out, chickies. Hey, water. There we go. Watch out. Shoot, shoot. Thank you. You may have noticed that I missed a whole month here. And, well, I didn't mean for that to happen. Yikes. I think the last time I talked to y'all, I told you that I was really worn out. I was really kind of feeling overwhelmed and that I needed a break and I was just going to publish a little bit less. And apparently my brain and my body had a different plan. I looked up one day and it was like November 18th or something. Like it was like mid-November and I realized I had not published the whole month. So at that point I started trying to figure out like, do I go back right away? Do I take the rest of the month off? Was I just going to take the rest of that week, the rest of the year? I didn't know. So I decided to wait till the end of that week to make a decision. The night that I decided that I was going to give myself to the end of the week to decide what I was doing, I made my rules because I have to have rules. So it was like, okay, if I do this, I can shoot videos and I can brainstorm, but I can't schedule those things. They just have to like happen off the cuff, which is hard because I'm a big scheduler and a big planner. But I think that's been kind of the problem lately. I think I've been planning and scheduling more than I really had the energy and the spoons for. So there's some spoony content for you. I did not pay attention to my spoons. And here comes some permaculture content. So I observed and I interacted and I wrote down my rules. And I wrote down without even thinking about it. And I can't publish anything until December 1st. And it was a couple of hours later, and I thought about it, and I was like, wait, I think I subconsciously decided to take November off. I went ahead and honored that, and here we are. I worked on a lot of sourdough stuff over the time. It was wonderful. I eliminated things that are causing problems. If you are feeling tall right now, it's because I bought you new legs. My old tripod is like some little cheapy deal. It kept like tipping over, and it was causing me so many issues that having to mess with the tripod was keeping me from working, which is awful and ridiculous. And so I decided I was going to eliminate problems, right? So I got y'all a new tripod. One day, before deciding to take time off, after I bought the new tripod, I was going to set it up, and I realized that I couldn't mount my phone to it. So that was another problem solving, another ordering issue. Got all that squared away. I got a lot of sourdough dehydrated, and I've started packaging it. The How to Get Your Dry Starter Revived document is ready, and I'm working on the How to Bake Your First Loaf of Bread document now. So hopefully I will have those available soon, and by soon I mean like first of the year, on Buy Me a Coffee. All right, so over here you can see we have a pretty good pile going. We're just gonna keep on doing like this, adding to the pile and watering. All right, I've got a little bit of sogginess down here, so I'm gonna try to keep most of the water on the top of the pile now, and I think we're just about good. They still have plenty of flooring everywhere. Y'all are crooked. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay. When they get their fermented mash at night, I put their feed bucket up against here, and that encourages them to start to dig through, and it deposits their dropped food into all of that anyways. All right. Let's go talk outside. As we move into the cooler part of the year, my water's going to roll off on the ground. As we move into the cooler part of the year, which I hate to say cold because that doesn't last very long here, usually, what's going to happen is I still need to take down all the dead stuff that was beyond me, all of their melon vines and cucumber vines. That is their sun direction in the afternoon. So in the summertime, those vines helped keep them cooler. I need to take those down so that they can get the afternoon sun in the cold times. We've had our first freeze, by the way. We got down to 28, which we were expecting 33 that night. So honestly, I was ready for a break. So it's okay. I'm not upset about winter coming this year. Usually I'm like, no, stop, I want my plants. But this year I said, let it come. They're gonna get their sun through that side. And then if we get under 20 for an extended period of time, then I hang either cardboard boxes or tarps around, and I leave the top open for ventilation, and that gets them all set for the winter. All right, so I am back now, and I am back to the plan of 1 or 2 videos a week. Here's your one for the week. You might get another one on Saturday. We'll see. I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna spend the whole week baking and cooking because someone is turning 50 on Saturday, and that someone always wants red beans and rice for her birthday, and that someone really wants some cinnamon rolls and some fresh baked bread. I baked a loaf of bread this morning. Sourdough with a good starter, it lasts, so that'll still be good on Saturday. I'll have that with my red beans. By the way, I'm about to be 50. That feels crazy, but here we are. I'm sorry I left y'all for so long. I really didn't mean to. I guess when you need a break, you need a break, and if you don't take one, your body will do it for you. check out this video. It's what YouTube thinks you need to see, and I will see you soon. Later, y'all. Come on, chickies. Bedtime, chickies. Bedtime. Oh, girls. Night-night. Night-night. See you tomorrow, chickies.